Welcome back to Wild Child Records. What an afternoon. We're out here in the Hammer in Hamilton, Merk Snack Bar. I want to thank the owners for having us here. Great bar. Come on, check it out. Great food, great people, great music. Michael plays here. Tell them how often you play here, Michael.
I am here the third Thursday of every month, 7 p.m. And yeah, I've been doing it for, well, since before the first lockdown.
There you go, there you go. What I love about musicians is they're so generous with their time. They love to give back. They love to support the community. And speaking about the community, I want to tie in your relationship to the ability community, the disability community, because I know you've overcome your own struggles, Michael. So maybe if you can tell our viewers about your own personal experience.
Well, you know, it was, I'm going to say, 4 years this time,
okay.
that I had a lump here in my throat, and certainly it was concerning. It didn't seem right, and went for you know, a biopsy, CAT scan, all that stuff, and sure enough, they found cancer at the base of my tongue, and it had spread to the lump, and so I felt fortunate at the time for a few things. I mean, first of all, I've been working at the Peel District School Board for, you know, several years,
okay.
and I knew that I was, you know, I had benefits security and
yeah.
some benefits that were going to help me through that time. But the other thing is, we were so close to Juravinsky Hospital, which is an awesome cancer hospital clinic here in Hamilton, and it was a 10-minute drive. So I was told I would need 3 chemo sessions and 35 radiation treatments. I was nervous because as a singer, I thought, you know, how is this going to work with my vocal cords and whatnot? And you know, cancer guys are funny, right? They know their stuff, and they know what they're talking about. And so he looks at me and he says, "Oh no, we're nowhere near your vocal cords." And I'm like, "Well, wait a second, it's in my throat." And he goes, "Yeah, but we're like that far away." And so to them, in the idea of radiation, it's so specific that they were able to really just zap the area they needed to zap, and really I never even lost my voice. I did lose my taste buds.
Well, I remember I did see you a couple years back, just after I guess you had the chemo, or the first time you started to come back out because you're well enough to start performing again. I remember you did a very inspirational speech and thanked everybody for supporting you. But when can I ask you, because I'm sure people would like to relate to that, when you actually were sitting in a doctor's office and you got the word, well, what was going through your mind? Like, you remember?
You know, Jay, it's interesting. My father had the exact same cancer 35, 40 years ago, when he was just a little younger than I was at that time. So he got it, I think he was 50 maybe, and I was 52. Same cancer. I saw what happened to him, the treatment and the technology, and just how much they've improved things. My father was given a 15 to 20% chance of survival. They did radiation just all over. They just burnt the hell out of him. I mean, it was awful just to see what he went through, and he suffered the repercussions of that for the rest of his life, even though he lived for 35 years after that.
Well, that's nice.
He had a great life, and he, you know, he beat the cancer, but they just did a lot of damage. So with me, they said I had a 90% chance of survival, 90 to 95% chance of survival. And my family doctor, who was really the one who spotted this and saved me in the first place, because I had a bad biopsy. They didn't do a good job with the biopsy. The doctor wasn't quite on the ball, and my doctor found it, and she said, no, we're going to do another CAT scan. And so she said to me, the treatments are going to suck, but you're going to get better. And so at the time, you know what? I mean, you take life in stride, right? I mean, it's funny. I'm using that term, and I wasn't planning to. I wasn't planning to, but that's kind of, you know. I wrote a song called "Take It in Stride,"
which we're gonna hear.
And I wrote it because at the time my mother had passed away from cancer. A very close friend of mine had passed away from cancer. My father-in-law passed away from cancer, and all within a year. All these people had passed away within a year, and so I just felt that. The song just came to me. I was actually driving on the 401, and I had these melody and lyrics come to me, and I pulled over the side of the road, and I got my phone out, and I actually sang the song into my phone, almost word for word, as what it is. And then, you know, you talk about things coming full circle. I went into a place called Mulligan's where there's some great bunch of guys there, the Stew play, Kevin Phillips and the Stew. And someone heard me singing the song there, and they said, you know, that's a very inspirational song, and the story is very inspirational, and they do this Ride to Conquer Cancer.
I remember, yeah.
Every
that's
single
right.
year they ride from Toronto to Hamilton, Hamilton to Niagara, and they raise millions and millions of dollars for Princess Margaret Hospital, and they ride for Team KPMG. And he says, I'd like to introduce the song to the team there and maybe use it as just an inspirational anthem.
Wow.
They loved it, and so they incorporated it into a video that they made, and then every year, before COVID, every year I would go down and I would sing the song at their pasta dinner. So before the ride, they do a pasta, and I would go down there. It was like this spiritual revelation. I would go down there and play the song, and they would go nuts, and then they'd go
Get
off.
everybody going, right? Everybody revved up.
Then when I got my own cancer, and I was going through my treatments, then I came down and met them here. I was in the middle of my treatments. I was not able to perform, but I came to see them at their camp at McMaster, and the whole team was riding for me.
Wow.
So it was pretty heavy. It was a beautiful thing. It still touches my heart.
Nice.
You know, it was like they had
really
dedicated the ride for me that year.
So do you think now the COVID is sort of hopefully
I've
passed,
already been in touch with them.
gonna do
I will
it?
be coming down to Hamilton.
Whoa.
I will be performing at base camp.
The Disability Channel would love to be involved.
I will let you know.
You let
for
us know.
sure.
We'd love to film it.
For sure.
Especially if you're going to sing.
Oh yeah.
We'll come.
Oh, I do a whole set there.
Speaking
we have
of
a
that,
good time.
let's take a quick break.
And we'll set
When we
up.
come back, he's going to perform.
Right
it for
on.
us. Beautiful. You're watching Wild Child Records. What an afternoon. We're here at Merk Snack Bar with musician Michael Theodore. All about his career, all about overcoming obstacles. When we come back, he's going to perform one of his best songs. Thanks, Michael. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.